Hello guys, welcome to 90 Plus Tactics with St. Jampo. Yes, this is your usual breakdown of the various games in Europe and stories around the world of sports. We are here to break them down for you and show you what goes on around the world of sport. This particular weekend, there are games. Yes, a weekend of thrilling football action will be back. The Premier League is back. La Liga, the Spanish La Liga is back. The Italian Serie A is back with some tough and then big games over there. The French Liga will also serve us some good action. And then the German Bundesliga, Bayern will be in action, Dortmund will be in action. We'll go straight into them and break the stories down over there. Yes, please don't forget, this is 90 Plus Tactics. Kindly subscribe, like, comment, and share. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. Leave your comments in the comment section for us. Yes, we'll go straight into the Premier League and begin there. Yes, in the Premier League, we'll look at the various fixtures that will come up. Yes, Burnley will play Chelsea at 12:30 p.m. Chelsea will be on the road at Burnley at 12:30 p.m. It's an early kickoff game. Liverpool will host Nottingham Forest at 3 o'clock p.m. at Anfield. Bournemouth will also host West Ham at their home at also 3 p.m. At also 3 p.m., Brighton and Hove Albion will host Brentford. 3 p.m. again, Wolves and Crystal Palace will play in a very interesting encounter, hoping that Crystal Palace will be able to beat Wolves. Fulham will host Sunderland away from home. Sunderland will play away from home to Fulham at the Craven Cottage at also 3 p.m. At 4:30 p.m. tomorrow on Saturday, Newcastle will host Manchester City at the St. James Park. So we'll hope and see how it will go. On Sunday at 2 o'clock, Leeds United will host Aston Villa. Arsenal, the Gunners, in the North London derby, will host Tottenham Hotspur. So it will be Arsenal and Tottenham Hotspur for the biggest game of the round on Sunday at 4:30 p.m. And then on Monday at 8 o'clock p.m., Manchester United, my very own Manchester United, will host Everton over there. We'll go into the league table and see in the Premier League how the league standings are. Arsenal are first here with 26 points. Manchester City are second with 22. Chelsea are third with 20 points. Sunderland are fourth with 19. Tottenham Hotspur come fifth with 18 points. Aston Villa are sixth with 18. Manchester United are seventh with 18 points. Liverpool are also 8th with 18 points, and then Bournemouth are 9th with 18 points. Crystal Palace are 10th with 17. Brighton and Hove Albion are 11th with 16 points. Brentford are 12th with 16 points. Everton are 13th with 15 points. Newcastle are 14th with 12 points. Fulham are 15th with 11 points. Leeds United are 16th with 11 points. Burnley are 17th with 10 points. In the relegation zone, West Ham United are 18th with 10 points. Nottingham Forest are 19th with 9 points. And then Wolves, Omore Papa, are 20th with 2 points over there in the Premier League. Let's touch on a few Premier League games and then we move straight into the La Liga. So checking the big games of the round, Arsenal will play Tottenham at the Emirates. We are hoping that Arsenal will do a job on Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham Hotspur away from in the Premier League are impressive. At home, they are not impressive, but at away, they've picked maximum points, almost 12 points out of it seems 18 points they've picked away from home. That's very impressive for Tottenham. But I think in this particular game, Arsenal would beat Spurs. A 3-1 win from Arsenal would do. I think a 3-1 win for Arsenal would do. But in this particular game, Gabriel Magalhaes will not be available. It's not a problem for Arsenal. Christian Norgard will come back into the side. Piero Hincapié, they brought from Bayer Leverkusen, also available. A very solid centre back. He can pair with Saliba and do the job. You know that Lewis Kelly can slot into left back for Calafiori to come into centre back and partner with Saliba to move a good partnership. Raya has been incredible this particular season. The Arsenal midfield containing Declan Rice and Martin Zubimendi are doing a very good job. They can choose to play Eze at number 10. Arteta can choose to play Eze as a number 10 or out wide on the left. He will do a job. Gyökeres is also back. Saka will be available for the game. Trossard, Martinelli. So Arsenal will have a full squad for this game. Arsenal win by 3-1. That's what 90 Plus Tactics is predicting, hoping that they will do the job and extend the lead. We don't want Pep Guardiola to come and win this league again. Neither and it's not also. So Arsenal, Mikel Arteta, please do the job for us. Manchester City will play away from home to Newcastle. Yes, Newcastle will have their best players there, Bruno Guimaraes. And you know Newcastle at the St. James Park. Very physical, typical English football. Physical, route one soccer, counter-attack, sit in the low block, catch Manchester City on the break, and you know how it will end. But Manchester City this season also are looking a bit more like we will not possess too much. We will give the opposition a chance to possess the ball also. So let's hope that they'll show up over there. Manchester City I think will end in a 1-1 draw over there. It will end in a 1-1 draw. If it ends in a 1-1 draw, 2-2 draw, I won't be surprised. But there will be, I hope that it will end by 1-1 over there. Newcastle, Anthony Gordon will be on the score sheet. Erling Haaland will score as usual for Manchester City. He'll be on the score sheet. So we are predicting that Newcastle will draw with Manchester City 1-1 on the road over there. Looking at other games, we are predicting that Chelsea will beat Burnley maybe by 2-1 or 3-1 over there. Liverpool will do a job on Nottingham Forest in this game over there. They'll beat Forest by maybe 2 or 3-0. Forest will not score. I don't think Forest will score in this game. Bournemouth against West Ham. I think Bournemouth will pick up the day over there. Brighton and Brentford will share the spoils at Brighton home. Crystal Palace will do a job away from home on Wolves. And Fulham and Sunderland will also end in a draw over there. That's what we are predicting over there. Manchester United at home to Everton. Man United have picked 11 out of a possible 15 points. That's very impressive on the side of Manchester United. Everton also coming on the back end before the international break had won their game at home against Fulham. So they will come with footfall. But Man United are playing at home at the Old Trafford. And per the way Man United have played this particular season, they've won all their games at home except the one that they played in the first league game against Arsenal that they lost. So in this particular week, round 12, Man United I think will pick up maximum points. Will beat Everton by 3-0. I don't think Everton will score. Everton have been impressive in terms of the way they play away from home. When they went to Manchester City, they were good in terms of the way they play, but their results wasn't impressive. Beto wasn't impressive for me. I think Man United will get away with a result over there in the Premier League. Now let's move straight into the Spanish La Liga and look into the games that will be coming up in the Spanish La Liga over there. So let's look into the Spanish La Liga and mention some of the games over there in the La Liga. Yes. Let's look at the La Liga table first and then come back with the games over there. Real Madrid will be in action. Real Madrid will be in action. You know that Barcelona will also be in action. So the La Liga table, Real Madrid have 31 points. Barcelona are second with 28. Villarreal are third with 26. Atletico Madrid are fourth with 25 points. Real Betis are fifth with 20 points. Espanyol are sixth with 18. Athletic Bilbao are seventh with 17 points. Getafe are 8th with 17. Sevilla are 9th with 16. And then Deportivo Alaves are 10th with 15 points. Elche are 11th with 15 points over there. In the relegation zone, Girona 18th with 10 points. Levante are 19th with 9. And Real Oviedo. Kwesizibo, you're not on out the bench too much. If you keep playing like this, we'll not send you to the World Cup. What the bench will team? Don't expect us to call you to the Black Stars. You need to earn the right to play in our Black Stars. Zibo, you are sitting on the bench too much at Real Oviedo. Please. They are 20th with 8 points. No wonder they are almost regular at the bench. So that's the one over there in the La Liga. Real Madrid will win as usual. Barcelona will pick up points since they are coming to the Camp Nou for the first time in almost 1,000 and something days of not playing football at the Camp Nou. Barcelona will be back there to play over there. Let's move into the Italian Serie A and check the games that will come up in the Serie A. In the Serie A, tomorrow at 2 o'clock, there will be various games coming up. Udinese will host Bologna. Cagliari will play Genoa. At exactly 5 o'clock p.m., Fiorentina will play Juventus. Napoli will play Atalanta at home at the Stadio Maradona. Stadio Maradona Stadium. On Sunday, Verona will play Parma. Cremonese will host Roma. Lazio will play Lecce. And then the biggest game of the round at 4:45, at 4:45. Inter Milan will host AC Milan at the Giuseppe Meazza San Siro. And then Torino will host Como at 4:30 p.m. And then on Monday, Sassuolo will host Pisa over there. At the Italian Serie A table, let's check. Inter Milan are first with 24 points, same as Roma, who are second with 24 points. A goal difference of 14 for Inter and then 7 for Roma. Third are AC Milan, who have 22 points. And then Bologna come fifth with 21 points. Juventus are sixth with 19 points. Como are seventh with 18. Sassuolo are 8th with 16. Lazio are 9th with 15. Udinese are 10th with 15. And Cremonese are 11th with 14 points. Relegation zone, Genoa are 18th with 7 points. They've appointed Danilo De Rossi as their manager after sacking Patrick Vieira. And then Hellas Verona are 19th with 6 points. And then Fiorentina are 20th with 5 points. So we are hoping that this weekend will serve as good action from the Premier League, the La Liga, and the Serie A. So we are predicting that Manchester United will win, Manchester City will play a draw with Newcastle, Arsenal will do a job or not, Spurs, Liverpool will win. Between the game between Inter Milan and AC Milan, I think Inter Milan will pick up the day. I think they'll pick up the day. However, if AC Milan win, it wouldn't come as a surprise. If you've checked the Serie A this particular season for AC Milan, per the way Massimiliano Allegri sets up the AC Milan team, anytime they make the big teams, they win. So they won against Napoli, they played against Roma, they beat Roma. They've picked up good wins against the big teams because of the way he sets the team up to play. And Inter Milan look a bit more expansive than they were last season, even though they couldn't win the Scudetto. So I think Inter Milan would win by a smaller goal margin. However, if AC Milan win, it didn't come as a surprise to me because they have picked up good wins against the top sides. It's against the smaller sides that they can't win. So against Cremonese, against some smaller teams, they couldn't win. We are hoping that Inter Milan will do a job against them over there. Atalanta and Napoli. Napoli will come back to winning ways. McTominay on some fine form after scoring an overhead kick for Scotland in their World Cup qualifying for the World Cup. Will back in the Napoli side to help them win. Rasmus Højlund is also back, banging in some a few goals for them. So let's hope that they will do a job over there. Napoli will beat Atalanta, or it may end in a draw. However it will end, we are there to bring you all the stories over there. So this is the games over the weekend and the breakdown of the various games over there. Yes, Barcelona will do a job at the Camp Nou. If they win by some big goal margin against Athletic Bilbao, I won't be surprised, because Bilbao this particular season been very abysmal performances over there. So let's hope that Barcelona will do a job over there. Yes, this is your weekend breakdown and a review of the various games in the European leagues, hoping that the teams will do a job. Drop it in your comment section. If you have other predictions, we can put it there for the guys to see. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share. This is 90 Plus Tactics. Adios. Please don't forget, this is 90 Plus Tactics. Subscribe, like, comment and share.